So, the party finds themselves aboard the Moon Dancer. Um, the You were driven from your coastal settlement by the gigantic crystalline vines, astral blights, and earthquakes, and you secured passage aboard the Moon Dancer, a galleon under the command of Captain Elena Sartell. That's when the ship rocketed up into space. It wasn't long that you were up in space when the ship slowed and another vessel came into view approaching the Moon Dancer from astern. The pursuing vessel looked like a giant moth with wings made of iridescent crystal, similar in color and luster to the crystalline vines that ravaged your world. You can just make out figures on the other vessel's deck scrambling to arm the ship's mangonel. Captain Sartell says they're astral elves and that they don't look friendly, and that you best ready yourselves for the fight. Now, Captain Sartell knows that the Star Moth ship is faster than the Moon Dancer, and they have no hope of outrunning it. So she ordered the ship to turn about and close the distance with the Astral Elves as quickly as possible to minimize the Dark Star's opportunity to fire on the Moon Dancer. There are a number of passengers aboard the Moon Dancer below decks. There is Travis and his group of thugs are down on the cargo deck, and you have 60 commoners in steerage. But Captain Elena doesn't have a full complement of sailors at this point. They all were driven off by the mob back in. I think it was Neverwinter was the town you were in, the city you were in. So there's not a lot of crew to arm the the two ballistas up front. But there are enough of you to man the ballistas. Now, the one advantage of firing the ballistas is that their range is maybe a little bit better than... Where is the range on a ballista? There it is. Okay. So the ballista can actually target to a maximum range of just under 500 feet away. A mangonel can do 800 feet away, but the mangonel on the Moon Dancer is currently broken and unable to be repaired until you find a supply of lumber, which you just simply don't have. So with that, we will roll for initiative, and we will start to close the distance and see what we can do. Now, at great distance, there might not be much for you to do other than help man the ballistas. But if you've got something that can cover the range, if you zoom out on this map that we're in, you can see that the other ship is a good 600 feet away. So it's probably going to take Captain Sartell says it's going to take a minute for the ships to close distance. So with that, we can all roll initiative, and I will roll initiative here for the Star Moth and all their shipmates. Let me zoom in on here so I can get...
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
I think I need some help with Violet. I recreated her on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
But the Beyond 20 isn't letting me roll on roll 20, and I wonder if that's because she still has a character sheet on roll 20. I don't know if we have to like delete that or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Are you using Google in the app is the first question.
Yeah.
All right. So Violet's character sheet for roll 20 has to be nuked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you've got the new Violet on Beyond, so
Yeah.
I'm making absolute sure I'm going to redo Violet brand new right now. And that should do it. She should be nuked at this point.
Okay.
Did anything show up in the chat for the initiative?
For you?
Yeah.
I don't
I
see
do not
Brandar. No.
I'm going to reconnect D&D Beyond here. Every time I turn this on, it's off for some odd reason. Jeez. The Chrome extension. Sorry. Take a second. Let's try it again. I think it worked that time.
Yep, sure did.
Cool.
All right, I've got all the bad guys. You've got, you guys. I'm going to put Captain Elena in this fight.
Did my 4 come over?
I'm going to look at the turn order right now. It's going to be a big turn order because we've got lots of crew on both ships. So let's see. I'm going to call out everybody's name as I see them. So if I don't call your name, it means I don't have you on initiative. So listen up. I got Exelgrix. I got Violet. I got Thranдар. I got Calathil. I got Myphea. And I don't have anybody else. So who did I miss?
I thought you had Threndar.
Alex 4.
Alex is on 4.
Oh, yeah, I got a Thrandar. There he is. Okay.
Thranдар is on 4. Okay. All right. And okay, I think that's everybody. So acting first is Calathil. The ship is still even out of ballista range. But it does take 3 actions to load and fire the ballista, so certainly get it ready to fire, even if you did not want to fire it.
Okay. I don't think I can make it to the ballista from where I am.
Okay.
But let's see. So I will take a bonus action to do my starry shape, which lasts for 10 minutes. Okay. So probably that. And I'll have the chalice form, which is the one that helps with healing. And then, so that's as an action. So, or no. Sorry. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I'll move, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Going over to the other side, they've got a mangonel over there that's got a good range, so they are starting to man that. Let me double check their mangonel. The mangonel takes 5 actions to crew. So that is 1 action to help load the mangonel. All right. And we go to another fella. He's just on the deck. And we are back at Myphea.
Okay. Okay. So let's see here. I guess I'll try and I don't really have that many long range options, so I'm gonna go for the ballista and try and get that set up.
Okay.
That's what I can at least do for my action is try and take aim.
All right. So
I can't. I don't know if I can actually shoot it, but at least can I start setting it up?
Right. So you are getting over there to load it, and that's what you do with your action. So we got the ballista is loaded. I will take another action to aim and another action to fire.
Yeah, and I can't use my bonus action. Okay.
Now we go to Flapjack, who's piloting the space galleon. He's going to go ahead and take the ship. Let me double check the ship's speed. The ship has a speed of 35, so he's going to take and move us 7 spaces closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody goes up 7 spaces. And that is what Flapjack does piloting the ship. This guy is... this fella here that you can see, he's actually in the... This looks like a big bug. And in the spaces where the eyes are, which are actually beneath the main deck, is where these ballistas are located. So he's kind of inside the ship, aiming out with this ballista, and he's going to use his action to load that. Alright, and then we go to Captain Sartell, who is just readying her. What has she got for ranged? She doesn't have much in the way of ranged, so she's just barking orders and waiting for any potential boarding party, and that's when we go to Exogrix. And you are muted, sir.
Oh, yeah, hitting that helps. So, I'm still quite a bit too far away for basically any of my stuff, so
Right.
Let's just go ahead and say I ready a Ray of Frost if I get within range.
Okay. Starmoth has a movement speed of 50. So it's going to move 10 squares. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gotta drag a few stragglers with me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. And then we go to Violet. What is the distance between the two ships now? Let me see. Yeah, we're still a good 500 feet apart, so it's still going to take a while. But we're getting close to to ballista range.
That's still pretty far. I do have range stuff though. So I think I'm gonna hang back. Already an Eldritch Blast, but I don't think they're even gonna get in range this time.
Alright. This Hadesy here, he's helping with the Mangonel. And he gets that up to its second action. So now the Mangonel is fully loaded. Next, it'll be 2 actions to aim it. Alright, this guy is manning a ballista, and he has got it loaded. And then we go to Alex.
Do you guys want me to go down and get the thug and his men to see if they can help? Can't remember his name.
Maybe we can
Travis.
get them on the ballistas, maybe?
Or even when we get, this is going to be combat at some point. Even when they come on the ship, they can help.
When they come on.
Yeah, I'm going to head down below deck.
Okay. Let me see if I can... Alex, I want to get you on the Moon Dancer map. So you should be able to see all the decks of the Moon Dancer, and there's Travis is down here on the cargo deck.
And how much is it to go downstairs?
Just 5 foot.
Those stairs put me here, right?
Right. You can just push your way through the mules.
I'm just going to yell across the room to him. We're under attack. Get your people upstairs.
Under attack by whom?
Astro Elves.
I didn't sign up for this.
Well, you can fight or stay down here, and if we don't win, they'll just come down and kill you.
All right, we'll pick that up on Alex's next turn. And in the meantime, we go to Thrandar. Alex has gone below deck, so I'm going to hide his token.
Kind of far away. I suppose even if I dash, I can't use my action here, right?
We can be a little forgiving with the distance here as a first action. So, and Calathil, that retroactively applies to you too. So if you want to put yourself at the ballistas, we can assume that you were standing a little closer. I had to put your token somewhere to start, but I'm not a slave to... That's absolutely your starting standing position.
Oh,
Sounds good.
well, in that case, I'll help her with the ballista. I was going to cast Blast or Guidance, but that takes an action also.
Yep. All right. Let me see if I can get in there on that ballista. The ballista is now loaded and aimed. It can be fired on its next action, but it has a maximum range of 480 feet, so we're still not within its maximum range. And then we are back to Calathil.
Okay. I will spend my action loading the ballista.
Okay, we'll go ahead and say that you got there last turn and got it loaded, so this action gets you to aim it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep, that sounds
very
good.
All right. And then we cut over here to this guy who takes his mangonel one step closer to being fired. This guy, it's unclear why he's standing there, but that's where they put him. So we're running with it. My Fea.
Okay. We're still not in range.
Still not.
I don't. Yeah. So I guess I'll hold my action until we are in range,
You'll
and then
ready
I'll fire
right?
it.
Okay.
Unless there's another ballista I can help load. I don't think there is. So.
No, I don't think so. I think both of them are right in this way. You've got them ready to go and are just waiting for them to be in range.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think I'll just wait at this point.
All right, so the space galleon is going to move 35 foot closer. Captain Sartell and the pilot Flapjack are closing the distance as fast as they can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if that gives us an update on how much closer we are at. Measuring from the ballista. Just beyond. As soon as the star moth moves, though, it's going to move another 50 feet closer, so you'll be in range then. All right, this ballista gets loaded and then aimed. Elena. Exobricks.
Same thing, just ready in action until we get closer.
Okay. They are getting closer now. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we go to Violet.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to get closer also.
All right. That was my Fea who had that action readied, right?
Yep.
Oops.
Okay, you can take a shot at the ship. The ship is armor class.
Dan, can you aim at the weapons?
Yes.
Should we be wise asses and try to take their weapons out?
Yeah, you could definitely target the weapons themselves. Targeting the ship is armor class 13. Targeting the two ballistas is going to be armor class 17 because they have partial cover.
Okay.
And targeting the mangonel on the main battle deck there is armor class 15.
That's a big jump in armor class. What do you guys think?
I mean, I like the idea of the weapon, but since it's a higher armor class, I think for now I'll take a shot at the ship.
Just shooting.
What do I roll for that?
Go ahead and roll a d20 plus 6.
Okay, d20 plus 6. Okay.
I just want to give you the satisfaction of making the roll. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe you should have.
Right. That shot would have been at disadvantage anyway because anything beyond 120 is at disadvantage. So it was a long shot to hit anyway. It's still a good distance away. But that is one ballista fired. So let me mark that one as fired. I'll kind of reset that one. And then we go to what Violet was just readying, right? And we are back to our shipmate on the mangonel. Oh, he's getting close to fire this. What is the range on this? The mangonel has a range of 200 to 800. So as soon as it's ready to fire, they'll get a disadvantage shot at you. He's getting it one position closer, ready to fire. That mangonel is imminent. Our ballista is being aimed. You can see the ballistas being aimed at you. All right, Alex, you are back downstairs. Travis says he's not putting his neck on the line for you. He'll negotiate with whoever takes over the ship.
I take out one of my pitons. I tinker with it. I say into it, all right, coward, stay below with your little skirts on, and I pin it to the wall, and I put it on auto repeat. And I walk out.
I love it. All right.
And I go back up above.
Control, let me drop you back on the deck here. Hold on. There you go.
And we have enough people on the ballistas, or do we need more there?
There's.
I can't think many stacked up there.
There's the ballista crew can be 3 people each. There's only 3 people total up there, and there's 2 ballistas, so there's always more room to help on the ballistas.
I'm going to bring myself up here and help on this one with my Hermaculite, with Scotty.
All right.
Can Scotty
do the
help
one
with
that's
this?
To the south, because the one to the north is ready to fire.
All right.
But it will be a disadvantaged shot. So, I mean, you could fire the one to the north if you wanted to fire it at disadvantage.
We're gonna get. Can we get it loaded again in time before the next round, so we can fire again?
I think so.
Might as well take the shot then.
Right. D20 plus 6 at disadvantage, so 2 D20s.
I have to put +6 on each of these, but no, I got a 3 and a 17, so no.
Okay.
It didn't come over. I got to figure out why.
I've been having problems with D&D Beyond lately, too. It seems a lot of people have.
Oh no, that was just me being stupid. I was on the wrong screen, wrong computer.
All right.
I'm gonna have the Scotty do one of the actions if you think he's able to as a.
All right, then we're at Thrandar.
Are they all loaded up, ready to go? Is there one I could pull the trigger on?
No, they've both been fired.
Oh, they have both been fired. Okay.
They have, right.
Let's load them up again.
All right, this one to the south is locked and loaded. And we are at Calathil.
Okay, I think this is pretty easy. She'll just load the one that she's on.
Okay.
And that is it.
All right. The mangonel is being fired. So let's see. Disadvantage. So that misses. Okay. But it's been fired. The mangonel clears the ship. They overshot. And the 2, you can see now at this distance that it's 2, they're Hadazee crewmates on this elven ship, so they're not all elves on the ship. You can see, in fact, the only crewmates you see on the deck of the ship are all Hadazees. Myphea.
Okay. I guess I'll load another ballista, the one I'm in front of.
All right. So now you bring the massive weapon to bear. and carefully aim it, lining up your shot. The space galleon is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces closer. All right. All right, now we've got a ballista shot coming back at your ship. Let me zoom out here so I can see both ships. They're getting a little bit closer now. All right, so here comes a ballista shot at armor class. Your ship is armor class 15. All right. A disadvantage shot. Misses. So a ballista shot goes wide. That is that ballista fired. All right, Exogrex, you still just holding on tight?
Yep.
All
That's
right.
it.
Not much to do until the ships get closer. Okay, I just got to move these guys. Now, what kind of distance does that leave us with now? We are at 350 and closing. Violet.
I'm just readying still.
All right. All right, Alex, you're back up on deck helping out with the ballista.
Yep.
You're going to get that thing and aim it. So now it is aimed, and we go to Thrandar, who's able to take a shot if he wants to.
Yeah, why not? So I'm
right.
what, rolling a 20?
2d20 plus 6.
Oh, right, okay.
Here it comes. Okay, so that was a...
18 and 11.
An 18
If
and
you had
11.
6,
So
if you had
17
6 to it.
hits. So
17
a
hits.
disadvantage
Yay!
shot. All right, so let's roll that beautiful damage. That is, you can roll this damage. It is 3d10. Okay. The ship has a damage threshold of 15, which means that if the damage doesn't do at least 15, it does no damage. So you hit with the ballista, but unfortunately it caused just superficial damage. The shot did not cause any true damage to the ship. So,
It's just checking on the surface.
unfortunate, you hit, which was great, but unfortunately not enough. And we go to Calathil, who can take his shot.
Her shot.
That's what I said.
And yeah, no, I gotcha. And would it still be a disadvantage though?
It would be until they get within 120. They're all going to be at disadvantage, right?
Okay, so it's a long way.
Right.
All right, yeah, she'll do that. What is the attack roll again?
2d20s plus 6.
Plus 6. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to. There we go. So
12.
12.
12 just misses.
Okay.
All right, let me mark that one as shot. Okay. We go to this guy starts manning the mangonel again and doing what it takes to get that loaded. And we're back at my Faya.
Okay, I guess it's... So both were fired, right?
They were.
Yeah. I guess I'll just reload. I really have nothing for that long of range.
Right. You really don't, and that's when you rely on these weapons. The fact is, once they get within range of your normal attacks are so much better than these shipboard weapons. So you're better off using your normal abilities. But at great distance, it's better than nothing. And all right, our space galleon is going to move 35 feet closer. All right. The ballista over here is being loaded again. Exelgrix, just waiting and standing by as you stand aboard the deck of the Moon Dancer, watching the Star Moth draw closer.
Let me check distance real quick. Yeah, I'm still maybe like in another turn I'll be good.
Anybody with a longbow could even target crew members aboard the other ship at this point.
Any snipers?
Right? But the Star Moth is going to draw a little bit closer now, so let's see. Alright, so the ships draw a little bit closer. Within 300 feet now. Again, some of your conventional personal weaponry might be able to start to bridge this gap. Your spells are probably still a little bit on the out of range end of things, though. What do you think, Violet?
Wait some more. I don't have anything that much range.
All right. The mangonel gets attended to. It is now loaded, and they're starting to aim it. This ballista is going to fire at disadvantage, aiming at the ship. Give me that Star Moth, please. Roll 20 is just being non-cooperative. I'm waiting for the thing to load. Here we go. Ooh, looks like they scored a hit.
What they aim at?
For 22 damage, the Space Galleon has a damage threshold of 15, so it overcomes the damage threshold and deals 22 points of damage to your ship. Your ship has a total of 400 hit points. It is down to 378. Repairing your ship can be a costly endeavor, and a lot of times it requires you to be in dock unless somebody has the mending cantrip. But we'll get into that post-fight. The fact is, this ballista was fired, so I've got to mark it as fired. And we go to Alex. Alex.
I meant to roll that.
So the mending cantrip can only be used once per hour to heal the ship. And
I knew that was. I just meant to roll it, but
it heals 1d8 hit points, and it can be used once per hour.
I'm going to do that.
Is that what you want to do?
Yep.
All right.
They're out of range for all my spells, so I might as well. I have a spell that does 1d8, so I'm going to roll that. Oh, no, that was not 1d8. Why did it roll more?
I'll just roll a d8.
Okay. Ah,
7. All right. So you're healed the ship for 7 points of damage with a mending cantrip.
Is it once per hour per person, or once per hour period?
Once per hour per person.
Okay,
Right.
I have it too.
Right. All right. So Alex healed some of the damage to the ship by the enemy ballista, and we are at Thrandar.
Doing the next action on the ballista there. Doing what we need to load it.
All right. To
Get
get
it
it
ready.
aimed. Okay.
Aim it, rather.
All right. Calathil.
So let's see. What is the status of the ballista that's near me?
It is not loaded.
Okay, I'll load it.
All right.
And I'm too far away to do anything else. So that's
The mangonel is getting one step closer to fire. Myphea, you have a shot to take if you want it. It's still at
Sure.
disadvantage.
It's the only thing I can do, so take that shot.
All right. 2d20s plus 6.
Alright. Oh, wow.
19
I see
hits.
that
All
work.
right, roll that 3d10 damage.
Nothing added to it, right? Oh,
No, just 3d10.
alright.
Okay,
So 19 total.
19. You overcome the damage threshold and deal 19
Nice.
points of damage to the Star Moth. All right. The Space Galleon is going to move closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. That's close enough. All right. We got to move these guys. This ballista is taken a step closer to being fired as it is aimed in your direction. Exogrix.
I thought I had something that went 300 feet, but I do not. So I guess what I should probably do is go down and perform step 1 on this ballista, on the bottom one.
All right, to get the ballista loaded, all right.
Okay.
And And the Star Moth is going to close 50 feet of distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a little bit closer.
So I'm confused. Is there more than one star moth out there, or is that just like a faraway rendering of it?
This right here?
There's like a big blown up version, and then I see something in the background that looked like a small star moth.
Yeah, that is just the token for me to call up the weaponry.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
Right. If you look underneath the space galleon, you'll see a similar token underneath your ship.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
All right, Violet. So anything you want to do as the ships start to close that final gap?
Yeah, I can mend the ship. Ooh.
8 points back. Okay. Very nice. Mangonel, one step closer to being fired. Ballista is loaded. And we are at Alex at his ballista.
All right. The next turn, will they be within 120 feet, do you think, Dan?
So, after the Space Galleon and Star Moth move, they will be 35, they will be 85 feet closer than they are now.
I am going to move to the front. And I am going to ready an action that has a 120-foot range. And as soon as the guy on the top ballista comes into range, I'm going to shoot him in the head.
All right.
And that's what I'm going to do.
All right, Thrandar.
If they are still closing in here, we might as well get the list ready. It's loaded, and I guess we need to aim it.
Right.
I'll do that.
Okay. Loaded and aimed. Calathil.
What is the status of my ballista?
Loaded.
Okay. And quick question. These two ships that are like rushing at each other.
Yeah.
Do I have any idea from Spelljammer Academy? Is like the idea here that they're going to pass by each other, or they're going to kind of pull up alongside each other, or what's the expected maneuver here?
Elena Sartell, Captain Sartell, seems to think that they have a mind to board us.
Okay. Interesting. Question about the spell Call Lightning,
Yes.
Dan. So it says I specify a place. So this is my question. If I specified a place like above our ship, does that place move with our ship? Or is it static as the ships run through that place?
I'll say it moves with the ship.
Okay. Good. So, what do I want to do? I'll go ahead and use one more action to ready the ballista. So I think it's ready to fire now.
Okay. It is
Is
ready
that
to
you?
fire.
Is that call lightning stay up over rounds or just one round?
No, it stays up for a long time, but it's a 60-foot radius. So if it's over our ship, I'm going to wait, I think, one more turn, at least.
Well, can you put it onto one of their weapons over there as they ride in? It just keeps beating on the weapon in them.
Well, I can have the lightning hit that, yeah. Alright.
All right. This guy is firing his mangonel, and he's not even at disadvantage.
Oh.
Because the mangonel has a range of 200 feet. I think he's within 200 feet, right?
Pardon me.
Yeah, just about. We'll call it close enough. All right, so here comes the mangonel shot. All right, here it comes. 13 misses your ship. The mangonel bounces harmlessly off the side of your wooden hull ship, dealing nothing but superficial damage. All right. So that is the mangonel fired to no effect. All right, Myphea.
Okay. Well, that's good. I will take a shot. You know, would it be at disadvantage now? Taking shot with the ballista?
The ballista's range is only 120 feet, so I think it's still just out of range of the ballista. Yep.
Let's see. Okay. I'm still gonna aim for the ship. I'm waiting till we get a little closer, and then I might start aiming for the other ballistas.
Okay. 2d20 plus 6. Okay, so 13 hits. Roll 3d10 damage. 17, you overcome the damage resistance and deal 17 points of damage. Very nice.
Nice shot.
All right.
There was no hooray.
As we drive towards them with our ship regenerating like the Borg. Minute spell.
All right. The Space Galleon closes that distance. Let's see what the distance is now. Still at disadvantage on the ballista, so here comes the ballista shot at disadvantage. $16 hits your ship for 22 points of damage. So that ballista is fired, and then we go to this. How does he? Elena, Lieutenant Exogrix.
Alright, I'm still too far away, so I'm going to... Well, I guess step 3 is to fire, right?
Right.
So I'll fire the bottom one.
All right, disadvantage shot.
D20 plus 6.
Yep, 2d20
Sorry.
for the disadvantage, right? All right, so there's a miss, unfortunately.
Damn. Alright.
And the exciting part will be coming up here as the ships get into the final range together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a little bit closer.
Are we measuring ship to ship or character to character?
As it gets closer, I guess at this point we do character to character.
So I'm going to be shot then this round.
What do you got, Violet? I mean, if it's 10 feet off, I'll flub it.
Ooh,
No, I was just
180.
checking.
So close.
Now remember, at this distance, you can start to ready actions. So, if you're just out of range now, you can ready the action to be happen when the range tightens a little bit.
Yeah, do you have to move up?
Would you need any kind of a dexterity save or anything to walk across the bow of the ship? This pointy thing?
Give you a moderate difficulty acrobatics check.
I have to ready an Eldritch Blast because I don't have Spell Sniper anymore because of the changes I made. So
Right. Okay. All right. So you're readying an Eldritch Blast as soon as there's the target within 120 feet, which is imminent at this point. It should be as soon as you should be able to blast something as soon as one of them move. All right. Now, the mangonel doesn't work once they get within 60 feet. So they might not be able to get off another shot, but they're going to try.
Can I request somebody throw a rope around me on their action? So I don't go floating off into space if I try this?
All right, Alex.
I'm gonna have to stay ready. I'm at 140, so I'm gonna have to keep it ready for next round.
All right. Ready in action. What are you readying?
My musket, as in my case, my shoulder cannon.
Got it. All right. All right, Thrandar.
I'm going to walk out on the bow here, or whatever you call it. Is it too late to ask anyone to throw a rope around me?
You could totally do that as an action and hand it to somebody as you walked by. Just coil it around your waist as you go.
I was hoping to do a movement and then cast from there.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah? Okay. Or maybe I don't have to. What's the distance now? Let's see. Is it more than 150 feet? Oh, I think I could do this without even going out there. Yeah, awesome. Okay, that's what I want to do. He's gonna cast. He's gonna walk up a few feet. He doesn't even have to go out on the bow, though. That's cool. Whoops. It's kind of closing the distance without going out on a limb too far. And he's going to cast Sleet Storm on their ship.
Oh, okay.
They have to make a dexterity saving throw in order to avoid being knocked prone.
And this would be everybody who's on the outside?
It's a
Let me see what it
40-foot
says
cylinder.
Right, and we'll say you can see these four, and so you can get these four Hadazis that are on the deck. Again, these two manning the ballistas are actually inside the ship, and one deck down from where these guys are standing.
I gotcha.
So all right. So targeting these four, that is 4 dexterity saves for these Hadazi shipmates. Let's see, they're +4 to dexterity. Let me change it so you can see the rolls. All right, so the first one rolled a 20. He made it. Second one got a 22. He made it. Then a 5 and a 24. Wow. 3 out of 4 were above 20. And then the other one was a 1. All right, so that is, how much damage was it?
Actually, area is heavily obscured and exposed flames in the area are doused. Ground area is covered with a thick, slick ice, making difficult terrain.
Okay.
When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a dexterity save. If failed, will fall prone. I'll throw it up in the chat.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we'll go ahead and throw a sleet storm graphic.
I didn't know when I'd ever use it. This just felt like the right time.
Right. Oh, it could come into play. Let me put it.
One of those Tempest spells.
So we'll put a sleet storm up. Because that's a big area, right? A 40-foot cylinder?
40 foot.
All
Double
right, there you
checking.
go, 40 foot.
20 feet tall with 40 feet radius.
All right. All right, so there's the sleet storm. All right, and then we go to Calathil, who's got a ballista bolt ready to fire.
She actually will not fire that. She's gonna let someone else do that.
All right.
She's gonna cast Lightning Storm centered on this spot at the front of the boat.
Okay. And what's
So it's
lightning
a
storm?
It's a 60-foot radius, or call lightning. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So this is gonna roll the dice. I don't want it to do that. How do I just make it show the text? There we go. Yeah. So actually, 60-foot radius, not diameter. I think.
So 120 foot?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it won't be able to do anything. Or, well, I'm not going to make it do anything on this turn. But also, like, centered here, right where the bow meets the whatever that piece of wood that comes off the bow of a ship is.
We want to get out of there.
Yeah, right where Threndar is. Right above Threndar. That's exactly right.
Wow, if it's that big, you could put it safely off our ship and start just pounding on them now.
It's definitely not that big.
Are
Okay.
you sure?
Yeah, that's so now you've got 120-foot radius. So the radius should be 60 feet.
Okay.
But the range is 120 feet.
I mean, one way to think about this, Stan, that we don't even need that is basically I can call down lightning if it's 60 feet or less from this point. You don't even really need the circle.
Oh, that's a big radius. You move that forward a little bit, you're already hitting them.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that because I want it to persist.
Did you have
So
something? Was this upcast or something? I'm confused.
no, this is just lightning. Call lightning. Okay, so that's fine where it is, and then Calthil will spend 30 feet of movement running towards and beginning to run down those stairs,
Okay.
and that's it.
If we're in that area when it goes off, will it hit us?
No, it calls down one bolt of lightning that does 3d10 to everyone within 5 feet of it, and I could basically do that once a turn.
Okay.
My Fea. Oh,
Okay.
Calico, you're concentrating on that, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
So, okay, we still haven't been boarded or anything. I'll go over to this other ballista since it looks like it's loaded, and I will just take one final shot at the ship.
All right. I'm going to not give you disadvantage at this point because they're so close. So you can shoot at the front part of the ship without penalty. So no disadvantage, just D20 plus 6.
Alright, that's 24.
Okay, that hits. Roll 3d10 damage. Oh, you don't overcome the damage threshold, unfortunately. So no damage done. And that takes that ballista back to baseline. The Space Galleon and the Call Lightning. They all move forward together, right?
Yes, yeah, I think that's what you had said, is it's over the ship. But Dan, I did want it as much as I'd like to be in range with them this next turn,
Yeah.
I did want it slightly back towards our ship, so it's more centered over like the nose as opposed to the. You see what I mean?
I gotcha. So more centered like here.
Yeah, perfect. Yep,
All right.
thank you.
Got it. All right.
I think I can hit him now, so I think my thing should go off.
Okay.
I'm not complaining, but that doesn't look like a 60-foot radius.
Oh yeah, they are in range now. Now that they're in range, we do our ready to action.
Yep. Eldritch Blast from Violet. Which one were you targeting, Violet?
Let's go with this guy.
Okay, so you're targeting the one in the eye. Now, he was had cover because he's inside the ship. So his armor class was 17. But you hit him with that blast and did 6 points of damage. All right, and Alex missed, and the other blast missed. This shipmate is manning the ballistas. So he's got one charge into the ballista. And we are back at Exogrex.
Alright, I'm finally within range. So I do need to move up slightly. And I'm hitting this guy right here with magic missiles.
Okay. 12 points of damage. Pam, 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 pam. And you see him collapse.
Very nice.
All right, now the Star Moth gets to go. Let me zoom out here so I can... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So at this point, the ships are within 5 feet of each other, and you can start to board by running out onto the noses of the ships. Effectively, we'll call them within 5 feet of each other now. So
So it's boarding party time.
right, Violet.
Oh. Okay. I don't think anybody moved. Oh. Okay. Can I bonus action hex the guy that I was shooting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then I'll...
Ooh, there's a miss. But there's a hit, 8 points of damage, and you blast him out of his socks.
Plus hex. Oh. He died anyway?
Yep.
Okay, then hex doesn't do anything because I'll have to move it next time.
Right.
She'll just back up a little bit. That's it. Oops.
can they still use the mangonel?
Just a reminder, this area is heavily obscured.
Right. Thank you. Heavily obscured, so they really can't see what they're doing. So that kind of... Are you concentrating on that effect, Thorandar?
I never dropped it.
Okay. Alright, so this guy, he is in a heavily obscurity. He really can't see. So what's he do?
Well, if they're starting their turn in the storm, they still need to make a dexterity save.
Okay. Ooh, he failed.
And he falls prone.
Falls prone. Prone he is. Okay, and that's it for him, Ren, right?
I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Alright, this guy. Ooh, let me move these guys too. His movement is 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he starts running up. He dashes up. This guy is out of the order, and we go to Alex.
I don't have to get into that ice storm he has. I can get right on the edge of it and still hit them, right?
I think so.
All right, I'm going to start running forward, get to my 30-foot point, and then use my bonus action to star step to right there.
Let's get an acrobatics DC 10 about running on that front of the ship part there.
Acrobatics.
DC 10 though, so it's not that hard.
I don't have it. What's going to happen if I miss?
All right, so unfortunately you fall off.
Now, I have a thing where I can't fall prone if I spend a point. Would that stop me from falling?
Well, you're not falling.
You want me to link it?
Prone.
Well,
yeah,
it's not
let me
actually
see the text.
Actually, Dan, that's not going to matter. If I fall off, I'm still going to star step.
Okay, there you go. All right.
You know, just because that was in my mind to do already, so I'm just going to keep going as I lose my balance.
And you are right on the edge of that sleet storm.
And are both these guys in range or just one of them? That's what. Guy straight in front of me.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm going to take my second attack. I can't hit the other guy, so I'm just going to keep hitting this guy. Or is he dead?
Down. Yeah, he went down.
I'm at my max range, so I got to stay there.
All right. Thorandar.
So, if it requires an action and it's a spell or a cantrip, it would break concentration, is my understanding.
Only if it's another concentration spell.
Ah. Okay, so if it's a concentration anything, then it would break it. Okay.
Right.
That's not terrible. I think I'm in within range then, for some things I could do otherwise. Oh yeah. Toll Dead would work here. Okay. Are any of them missing hit points?
No. All the ones missing hit points have been taken out. Wisdom save.
I guess I need to roll a...
10 necrotic damage. Which one you want to target? Top or bottom?
Oops, it's not the one on the bottom, I'll call it.
Okay. Down he goes with the Toll the Dead.
Cool.
All right. Calathil.
All right. She will take a few steps up these stairs so she can see, and cast Call Lightning right there. Not cast it, but sorry, activate it.
Got it.
So here we go.
Both failed, so both take 11 points of damage.
No, they only take 7, which is a terrible roll for 3d10. But yeah, they take 7.
Yeah,
That 4 is like if it's stormy out. That's
Got
a
it.
bonus.
Got
But
it.
probably in space, there's not a random thunderstorm. So
Right.
it is what it is. Okay. And then Calthel will kind of duck back down here, trying to hide behind this stairway.
Okay.
That's it.
Does the sleet storm make it stormy? Because it's sleeting, isn't it?
I thought about it for a second. I did, Violet. I did.
That would be pretty creative.
Right? Good spell combo, right?
That is an awesome attempt. Thank you. That's a great idea.
So this sleet storm is what, a deck save?
Yeah. Dex save 14.
Failed. He falls prone.
Got some mileage out of that one. That was cool.
So coming from outside, come on, there. Oh, I
I don't know why.
There we go. So coming from the inside of the ship is an elf wearing a fancy visor. And he comes out onto the deck, so he enters the sleet storm and has to make a dexterity save, right?
Yep.
So he falls prone.
I just laughed my ass off when I heard that.
Right, and so that stops his movement. And the Hadazi over here is out of the order, and we go to Myphea.
Okay, so let me see how... Okay, so I can get up to 30 feet to here, and then... I'll say like that's my bonus action is just to dash, so I can just take that 30 feet and then be able to cross over, I hope, to here.
Make that.
Do I have to make
DC
a
10
acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not too bad at that.
There you go. I crossed it easily.
Okay, get over onto here, and then let me just double check. So like here, so that's only 20, so I can get right next here, and I'm gonna take out my pistol and shoot at that guy right there.
Okay. 16 hits for 12 damage. And you blast him. The space galleon, for her part, goes ahead and moves up a little bit closer. So that's about as close as you can get now. And coming in, or coming out from the inside, is another hooded elf who has to make his save for this sleet storm. Let me change it so you can see the rolls. Here it comes. Dexterity. Made it. So he doesn't fall prone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's rough terrain, isn't it?
Is it rough
It is.
terrain?
It is.
So let's take him back 3 spaces. And he's got his longbow, and he is aiming it at, let's see. Okay, coming at my Faya. 10 misses.
Yes, it does.
All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Steps out from inside. Has to make his dexterity. Makes it. Dashes. 1, 2, 3. This Hadazi has been eliminated. Another elf comes out from inside. Changing it so you can see the rolls. And he makes his dexterity save. Makes it. All right. And let's see what they do here. Within 60 feet of itself, eh? So that's Exogrix, Thrandar, Alex, and Myfea as possible targets. I'm sorry, Myfea. They're picking on you. With the Rain of Radiance, a magical flame-like radiance rains down on you. Make a dexterity saving throw. Nice. So you take 5d8 radiant damage, half of it. So 13 radiant damage.
Oh, can I use my uncanny dodge as a reaction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So 6 points of damage.
Yeah, because I don't have evasion yet, so might as well use that.
All right, Captain Elena. Let's see. She is not boarding the other vessel. She wants to stay on her vessel. She really doesn't have much anything ranged, so she's standing back. We'll say that she runs up to the forecastle here to defend her ship from anybody who would try to board it, but that's what she does. Another elf steps in steps out from the inside. Let's get him to make a dexterity save. He made his. He steps up. He's going to leverage his longbow at Thrandar.
Ah.
Crits.
And I'm gonna throw it right back at him with Wrath of the Storm. See how that works. Is your Wrath of the Storm? Where is it?
When a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with an attack.
Oh, not 5 feet. It has to be 5 feet. Shoot.
Yep.
Never mind. I need to read that better. My apologies.
That's quite all right. So that's a whopping amount of damage. That is, 36 points of damage from that arrow. Yeah.
One arrow?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he really gave it to you.
I'm still up with 7 hit points, but holy crap.
14 piercing and 23 radiant. And that was a max damage roll, effectively.
Ouch.
All right. Exelgrix.
Okay, I am I'm going to cast Acid Splash at Lieutenant Jalen and the dude beside him. This guy here. So they're 5 feet within each other, so I don't think that's upcast. 2d6. No, that's right. So both of them need to make a DC 15 dex save.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm going to before you do that. Where is it? The lieutenant, I'm going to use my portent roll of 2. That's on my sheet, so he will fail that.
Oh, okay.
I've used that one up.
What was the other target? The Hadazee in front of him?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's got to make DC 15 dex save.
All right. The Hadazee fails the save, takes 10 acid damage.
So both take 10 acid damage. Yeah.
And Lieutenant Jalen right behind takes 10 acid damage. Okay. Violet.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So she sees that lieutenant guy get splashed with acid, so I'm gonna target him. I'll bonus action move my hex to him.
Okay.
And blast him. $16 and a 13.
And that was against our lieutenant friend who's armor class 16, so that hits for 11 force damage.
Okay, and then also 5 necrotic.
Hadazi shipmate stands up from being prone. He has to make another dex save or fall prone again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Thrandar, you have to make a Constitution save for that spell too.
I do? Okay.
Yeah, from that damage you took. Actually, a very difficult one. You took
Constitution.
36. You got to do a DC 18 Constitution save.
Jeez.
Right.
That ain't happening.
Right. Okay.
So what happened?
I am trying to shuffle things around here so I can get... There we go.
I'm pretty sure I lost concentration.
Right. On that sleet storm. So the sleet
Oh,
storm
that's what
went
that was
away.
for. Okay,
Right.
that's right.
Right. The sleet storm went away.
I'm terrible.
All right.
was like,
So
oh,
this Hadazi stands up with his movement, and he's got half of his movement left. He starts charging forward at the insistence of his elven superiors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He comes running up, and let's see who he attacks. He attacks with his little dagger. And you can tell he's terrified. He's just as terrified of the elves as he is of you. And so he's attacking Alex. I think he hits,
He got through my armor.
right?
So
He
they
knocked
didn't
down my
survive.
tip. He knocked down my tip hit point.
Sank my battleship.
All right, Alex. What are you going to do?
Well, first thing I'm going to do is punch him in the face. Actually, you know what? He aggravated. Like I said, he aggravated me.
15. All right. Yeah, he goes down.
And I'm going to take my movement. Move right up to there. And my bonus action. Oh, come on, where are you at? And doing my last one of these. And that gives me another 5 temp hit points.
Okay.
And that's everything.
All right, Thrandar.
In light of what just happened, I think I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Very good. $13 back for Thrandar. Is there anything else for you, sir?
Good question. Bonus actions, anything? I don't think I have any bonus actions I can take, really, that I'm seeing.
All right. And we go
Nope, that's it.
to Miss Calathil.
All right. Let's see. She is going to, again, poke her head out and run up here to the top of the stairs. Who is... It sounds like Thrandar is really injured.
He just healed himself up to a respectable amount, but he's still at half hit points.
Are there others that I see in front of me that seem injured?
Not of your companions, no. Well,
I am
Faya
down,
is scratched.
and I'm scratched. I'm down 12.
Okay, so how much is my Faya down?
6,
6.
Yeah,
Okay.
only 6.
And Thrandar?
23.
I'm down
Okay.
23 out of 43.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Healing Word on Alex. And then that gives, 6 points to Alex, and then that, because of the form I'm in, it gives 1d8.4 hit points to Threndar. So 12 to Threndar.
Nice.
That's
Okay,
nice.
thank you.
And then I will use my action to drop a lightning bolt right there. So I think I can get the 3 of them.
Alex too, right?
Oh shoot! Is that what that is? I
Yeah.
thought that was
Yeah.
like a mast. Okay, let's not do
Yeah,
that.
let's not You can
Let-
drop grounds if you. How much damage is it?
Probably not that much, but it's okay. I'll instead. Which one? Who is the captain? This one,
guy,
right? Yeah, I'll drop it right here, so it'll get those 2 to the right of Alex.
You got it. All right.
Okay, sorry, gotta find that. Call lightning. Da 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 da. Here we go. Better. 17.
Dexterity save. Failed. And failed. 17 points each.
And then Calphil will run back down the stairs to hide below decks.
One of them was prone too, wasn't it?
And that is it for me.
All right. This Hadazi stands up. One, two, three. 15 feet. Moves up. Throws a dagger at... Actually, why would he move? He's got Alex right there, right? Yeah, so he stands up and he attacks Alex with his dagger. 18.
20.
All right. The captain stands up. And he's none looking at all pleased. And he is going to attack Alex. Come on, waiting for the rolls to come through.
About to find out how wise I was.
So there's one. And there's 2. So 2 misses from the captain. Myfea.
Okay. Let's see. How far is this? Okay, that's not too far. I can totally run up. I'm gonna... Seeing that the situation's getting pretty bad, I'm gonna run up and... I'm gonna take a stab at him.
Okay.
Or... No, would my pistol have... It's a ranged weapon. Would it have disadvantage if I'm that close?
It would. At point blank, it would, right?
Okay, I might just take a step back then.
Right.
Take a shot with my pistol at this guy right here.
5 points of damage.
And then I might just, with the remainder of my movement, just move over here just to kind of like bob and weave a little.
Gotcha. Do you want to come within 5 feet of him, though? I mean, that's his strike range. Or do you want to be sure to stay at least 5 feet
Yeah,
away?
you know what? Yes, that's a good point. I was just trying to like move the token over
Right.
diagonally, but yeah, maybe that would be a good.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Getting poor Alex into flanking is Hadazi. Ooh, good crit. 7 points of damage, Alex.
Okay.
All right, Xanth, for his part, is, let's see, is he going to aim at Myfea or Alex? Myfea. He's going to step up with his longsword. Here comes Myfea. 12,
Misses.
19
That hits.
for 10 points of damage.
You know what? I kind of want to use my reaction to have that, but yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll have it. It's fine.
All right. 5 points of damage instead. And this elf back here is going to call for the Rain of Radiance down on Alex. So, Alex, make a dexterity saving throw. All right, so you take 22 points of radiant damage.
No, that hurdle.
That tickled. All right. Lieutenant Jalen now has got Alex in flanking with Captain Asmodan. And 2 misses. Exelgrix.
Alright, I'm going to do the same thing with Lieutenant Jalen and the dude beside him.
All right.
So I'm also going to use my portent roll of 3 on Lieutenant Jalen. So he will fail this save.
Okay.
And we're going with the Acid Splash.
All right. So the Odyssey has to roll his save. He failed, so he takes 12. And
So both of them
Jalen takes
12.
12. All right.
That's it.
Okay, the Star Moth, for its part, let's come back up here. This is going to be trickier now that I've got everybody entwined to try to move them apart, but let me see what I can do here. We'll start with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll zoom up in here and see who I have to pick to move 10 Smith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should put everybody right about there. So the Star Moth begins to back away from the Moon Dancer, pulling away, and it's taking Myphea and Alex for a ride. Violet, what do you got?
I gotta move up. Targeting the guy who is hexed.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
9 doesn't do it, but let's see, does the second one hit? No, unfortunately not. All right, Alex.
It's frustrating.
All right. So they're trying to run.
Yep.
Do you have a way off the ship, Myphea?
Not really, no. I can just hop really well. I don't really have a lot of options otherwise.
And you're normal size. You're not small size, right?
Oh no, I actually am small. Like, I literally wanted to play like an actual size bunny rabbit killing people. I thought it would be funny.
Dan, if I tried this, what I'm thinking of trying is healing myself, running, grabbing her. Would I be able to Star Step with her in hand.
Sure.
All right. First things first, on myself. If I can make it out of here without dying. All right, and then I'm going to start running. I'm going to grab my fear on the way, and then Star Step.
And how long? What's the range on Star Step?
That's where it's going to get. It's going to put me on the tip of our ship.
All right. So a DC 10 acrobatics check to keep your footing.
Or use the armor. But we'll get to that point if I fail.
Right.
All right. Boom. And hopefully, by the time I'm done, be there.
Okay, so you got a number of opportunity attacks coming your way.
Yeah, I understood that. That was why I healed first.
All right, so let's see. The Captain Jalen hits you for 14.
Right.
The priest misses. The captain misses. The Hadazee hits for 5. And Lieutenant Xanth almost hits.
Woo!
Almost. All right. So you get a little bit further away, and then we go to Thranдар.
It won't let me do anything higher than level 2 for recalling a spell slot. Okay, so that's not going to... or will it? I don't think it will. Sorry, I was just checking the level of a spell here. Yeah, Call Lightning's 3rd level. Okay, that's not going to work. I don't really have anything far enough reaching to hit him. I mean, it would create kind of a difficult movement situation with these guys already here, right? I'm sorry. There you are. I was hesitant to move up because everybody's standing right here where I'd need to move.
Right.
And nothing past 60 feet as far as a range. As far as spell slots I still have available. Oh, wait a minute. Can I pop off a shot with the gun?
Sure. What's the range on the gun?
He's got a musket. It says 120.
40 feet for regular, and then anything beyond 40 is disadvantage out to 120?
I don't know. Are these things the same as regular muskets?
Yes.
So it says a 120
Yeah, so
frame.
yeah, that's the max range. What's the short range?
It says the short range is 120 and it says 480.
120, 480?
Maybe I've got the wrong kind of musket.
Yeah, maybe Exandria. I don't recognize whatever Exandria is.
I'm sorry, I grabbed that from Critical Role by accident.
My musket's 40 range, 120 at
40,
disadvantage.
120, yeah. It's
Yeah,
40,
and it's a
120.
D. It's 40, 120, and it's a D12.
Right.
Is yours like a pistol or is it an actual musket?
It's a musket.
Mine's a musket.
Musket. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't realize these were different. Oh, scratch that. Yeah,
Oh, you could take a shot with disadvantage.
that's true. Okay, I'll do that. Let's see. Did 11 hit anybody?
I don't think so. All right.
Okay.
Calathil.
Okay, Kalpa's gonna run up onto the deck and stand next to Elena and shout, "Move the ship forward, damn it!" And then she will cast bonus action Healing Word. Actually, hold on 1 second. What's the range on Healing Word? It is 60 feet. Okay. On Alex. No, on my Fea.
Okay.
And give the bonus healing to
Alex.
Alex. So, my Fea, you get 5. And Alex, you're going to get 5. Sorry, that's a disappointing roll. And that is... Oh, sorry. And then for her action, she's going to hold her action. And if these people come in range, she's going to drop a lightning bolt right there when it happens.
All right.
And that's...
So if they come in range of the call lightning storm, you're saying?
Right, yeah, like, I'm hoping that our ship moves forward and brings me in range. If it doesn't, no big deal, but that's what I'm holding.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, Dan, I failed the athletics roll, and my thing says prone, so that would be different.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, you fall. I'll give you a dex save to grab on.
Oh, my Fea can try, too.
Yeah. Both of you can
I was
get
about to
dex
say, I
saves.
do have really good decks, so can I... What would you like? Like acrobatics?
Just a
just-
dexterity save.
Oh. Yeah. Let me know if that's enough.
All right. So you both fall, but you catch hold before you fall out of reach of this main. I don't know what the word for the front stick on a ship is.
Oh, well, I was about
think
to
it's
say,
the
what was
fore-
the
it's
DC?
The foremast, is that what it is?
I think so. I'm guessing at that. It just popped into my head when you said it.
It sounds good enough, so I'll run with it. The foremast, you both grab onto the foremast. The bowsprit, or bowsprit.
Yep, there's someone that knows.
Yep. All right. So you grab onto the, we all learned a new word today, the bowsprit.
And I just look over at my fire and say, hey, hell of a ride, huh?
6. Here comes your target, Calathil, if you want to zap him.
Yes, please. Alright. So... Call lightning, sorry. Oh. Rats. But there we go.
So 6 points of damage.
Yeah. Now it's on... Oh, sorry. No, I was trying to zap, like, this area if this came into range.
Oh, you didn't care if this guy just wandered into the
Correct.
area?
No. I'm waiting for my ship to move forward to hopefully be able to get these 2 people.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So this guy moves forward into the range of the call lightning spell, but you ignore him, and he doesn't have. I guess he's got a dagger he could throw. He could throw a dagger at Alex and my Fea while they're sitting there. It's just out of range, so he'd be throwing it at disadvantage. But here comes my Faya. He missed. He tossed a dagger at you as you were hanging off the bowsprit. All right. The captain. He is going to... Now, we're going to call effectively your conditions prone, I guess, for hanging off of the bowsprit.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense because we have to spend, half our movement getting back on. I feel that's fair.
Right.
I kind of appreciate prone right now because now they're at disadvantage at ranged attacks.
Right. Which you think that it really wouldn't apply that way because you'd be more out in the open and less able to dodge. So it would be easier to hit you, not harder to hit you.
I always thought that was they're giving the advantage to hit when you're on the ground next to them. I think that's where they're taking the dog. But I could be wrong. I'm just...
Right.
I was more having fun with it.
I'm going to give them advantage on their shots because you are in such a vulnerable position to offset the disadvantage of the prone. So they'll be taking normal shots at you. Captain Asmodian is taking two longbow shots. Let's say he tries to do one at each of you. So here comes Alex, which is a miss, and here comes my Faya, which is a hit for 17 points of damage.
Okay. Has it been I can't remember if it's been a full turn since I used my last cunning action. I think it has. I mean, not cunning action, I'm sorry, my,
Uncanny dodge?
Uncanny dodge, thank you, oh my gosh.
Right, I don't remember who the last uncanny dodge came against.
Yeah.
But since I can't remember, I'll give it to you.
Alright.
Because I can't
so that would be
what you're saying, so.
So that would be down to, since 17.
All right. And then my Faya, it is your turn.
Sorry, I didn't hear how much the damage was.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it was 8 points of damage then, if you used Uncanny Dodge.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that was
right
squared away. Okay, so I will spend my movement trying to get onto our scroll. I'm sorry, I gotta scroll up. Bow spirit, or whatever it is, however you say that, to get on securely, and I will help Alex because he got me out of there. I'll help him get on too if I can with the as my action.
Just use your action and pull him up, right?
Yeah. So that's what I would like to do is like pull him up.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm just gonna full on dash back onto the boat.
All right. You wanted Captain Elena to move the ship forward, yeah? I believe Calathil, that was the instruction.
That's what I shouted at her. Yeah.
All right.
Once more into the breach.
Okay, that's what I will hit with lightning right there. And do you want me to re-roll that, Dan, or do you want to use the roll I already made up here?
Yeah, why not re-roll it?
Okay.
Dan, I have an interesting question for you.
Yeah.
Would we trigger opportunity attacks as we pass each other on the bowsplits?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
It's just something I mean, we're going to get fires at each other, but it was...
All right, both failed. 17 points of damage to both. Then we go to Xanth, who's going to take aim at Alex, is his closest target.
Oops.
A hit for 22 points of damage. And then one at Thrandar, which misses.
Wait, who is the 22 points of damage?
Alex.
Okay. Is he... So that killed him.
Yeah, he's prone, right.
Okay.
He's actually fallen onto the deck of the enemy ship at this point.
Okay, got it.
And with that, Lieutenant Xanth is going to use his movement. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Altura is going to... Let's see, is she within 60 feet? She's got to move up a little bit. But she does. She moves up and she targets Xandar with the Rain of Radiance. So Thrandar, make a DC 16 Dex save. All right, here it comes. 21 points of radiant damage.
So glad I healed. Okay.
Lieutenant Jalen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double moves, gets right up on Thrandar. Actually, it's not going to double move. It's going to come that far and it's going to leverage 2 longbow shots. Longbow at Thrandar. 13.
Nope.
And 11 misses too. Exelgrix.
Alright. The names are overlapping. So who's the closer one?
Lieutenant Xanth.
Okay. Xanth is getting magic missile to the face.
Blam, blam, blam.
Wow,
6, 9.
Not very good.
9 points of damage. Alright, the Star Moth. Now, Xanth and Jalen are on the bowsprit of the Moon Dancer. So as the Star Moth begins to pull away, again, they stay behind. Let me get my ship moving here. Let me try this again, sorry. So Xanth and Jalen stay. I've got to move this back 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's where everything should be after the Star Moth pulls away. We've got Xanth and Jalen here. We've got everybody else on the Star Moth, and then we go to Violet.
All right. That's Alex is on the other ship.
He is.
Ooh.
Alex is having a bad day.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Huh. Okay, well, I'll just try to get the guys that are over here.
Eldritch Blast, this guy up front. The one that's
So it's
hexed. That hits.
Jalen. Yeah.
For 9 points of damage, okay.
Is he still up?
He is.
Okay, then I'll get him hopefully again.
And you will. For 10 more. Nice. 19 points of damage altogether. Very nice.
Is he's still up?
He is still up.
Okay, then I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points and do that again.
Gonna quicken another Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
14 misses.
Okay, one more. Damn
11
it.
misses. Damn.
Okay. Alright.
All right, Alex, make a death save. There's one failure. Brandar.
Okay, so this is one of their guys in front of me, and there's another guy behind him that's one of their guys?
Yep.
If I cast Shatter at him and it has a 10-foot radius, that would still catch this dude, right?
Yeah, you could get both of them.
That's what I'm doing. And I want to use the Channel Divinity to do maximum damage.
I think they both failed their saves.
Cool. Well, maximum damage anyway would have been 3d8, so it's 24.
24 points of damage to both of them.
Yay!
All right. And then we go to Calathil. What's she got?
Okay, she is... So let's see. There's this... That one's dead. So this is the only enemy still on our ship, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And then, are there any of our crew on their ship?
Alex collapsed and fell off the bowsprit onto the deck of their
Onto
ship.
their deck.
Yep,
Where's he?
right here.
That's him.
Say, Dan, was I still allowed to move?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I want to close that gap.
Sure.
Get away from his bloody longbow. Sorry, it kind of skipped over me. But, yeah.
Not good. Blah. Sorry, hold on 1 second, I'm just trying to see ranges on stuff.
Or did I just put myself in harm's way?
No, you didn't. How hurt does this happy individual look like?
He's halfway there.
Oh, damn it.
Got a spell to push
All
it
right.
off.
I will. Actually, that's an interesting idea. So, yeah, question, Dan. If someone were to fall off the bowsprit, are they just suspended in gravity near the ship, or do they, fall into the abyss of space?
Nope, they fall, and Bob in the gravity well, which is, the gravity plane, which is probably 15 feet beneath the bowsprit.
It doesn't matter anyway. Okay. And sorry, Alex has how many death saving throws are we on?
One.
Okay. There's nothing to... Okay. So I'm going to again call lightning on this individual right there.
Okay.
And then kind of wave the ship forward, encourage it to move forward, and I'll move up to as close as I can to this bowsprit as well.
Okay. Made the deck save on the call, lightning.
Okay. And are there any party members aside from Alex in obvious need of healing?
My Fae is a little injured, and Thrandar is a little more injured.
Okay. So I'll cast bonus action healing word on my Fae, and then the bonus healing will go to Threndar. So here is my Fae, and here is Threndar. Oh, yeah, 6. So 5 to my Fae, 6 to Threndar, and that's it for me.
Alright, this Hadazi here. Captain Asmodian orders the Hadazi to stabilize Alex. And that is exactly what he uses his action to do. He stabilizes you, Alex, so that you're not dying.
Okay, thank you.
The captain is taking aim with his bow right at Thrandar.
Oh, jeez.
21
Yeah, 21 hit.
for 26 damage.
I go down.
Alright. And you fall off the side of the ship. Will mark you as prone. The captain's second shot coming at Calathil. 14, Calathil?
Muted, that's a miss.
That's a miss. Okay, excellent. What is your armor class, by the way?
18.
18. Ooh,
Yeah, I got a shield and dexterity.
yeah. All right. So that is it for the captain, and then we go to Myphea. You just saw poor Thrandar fall off the bowsprit. And he's now bobbing up and down in space.
I am just very, very deeply confused. I'm like, oh no, this person isn't my ally who I'm stepping over, right? Like, that isn't like Thrandar or anyone, right?
I'm probably weightless if it helps at all. I don't know, I'm just saying.
But, like, I don't have stuff for this, so I'm just like, oh shit, like, I can't do that. Oh no, I can't help you out here, really. What I can do is take a pop at this guy so he's no longer a problem. And I'm just gonna whip out that good old pistol.
12 is not going to cut it on this guy. It bounces off his armor.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I guess I could use my bonus action, let's see, dash, disengage, or hide. I don't think any of that is going to be helpful in this situation. Yeah, I guess that's it for me. I don't have much else.
Flapjack and Captain Sartell bring the Moon Dancer a little bit closer.
Can ships dash?
No.
Okay.
Right.
Just wondering.
Right. We go to Lieutenant Xanth, who is going to step up onto my Fea and attack with his longsword and miss twice.
He's having a hard time with the height.
Altura, for her part, let's see what she does. She's going to Rain of Radiance on Calathil. So Calathil will make a dexterity saving throw. Excellent. You're going to take half damage. So 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And a Constitution saving throw, DC 10. Okay, unfortunately you lost the Call Lightning.
That's fine.
Alright, then we go to Elena, who has a severe lack of ranged ability. So there's not much she can do. Jalen is out of this fight, and we go to Exelgrix.
Alright, I'm going to hit Xanth with Ray of Frost.
Ooh,
That's gonna miss.
right.
Yuck. That's it.
Alright, the Star Moth is going to pull away. Is it? Maybe the captain. When's the captain go? The captain goes up here. Oh, does the Star Moth continue to retreat? Yeah, it does. So it backs off again, and then we go to Violet.
All right. Bonus action, move my hex. It's Xanth.
$12 miss. Number 2 miss, unfortunately.
Jeez.
Alex, no longer making death saves. You are stabilized. Thrandar, you are conscious. Oh no, you're unconscious and floating in space, so I guess you're making death saves too, right?
Correct.
Alright, let's
Yeah.
do that D20 roll. Alright, there's a success. Calathil.
All right. So Alex is up now.
He's,
Kind of.
I'm unconscious.
right.
Stable but unconscious.
And Dan, what is for me to run out on this bow sprit would be what exactly?
A DC 10 acrobatics.
DC 10 acrobatics. All right. And Threndar's body's just bobbing right here, right?
Right. He's
Okay.
safe for the time being, though it's hard to reach him.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to run all the way out to the front of this thing.
All right.
DC 10 acrobatics. You got this, Califil.
And he does. Oh, she does.
Okay,
Excuse
she
me.
does. That's right. Then I'm gonna cast my last spell. Bonus action healing word on Alex at a 2nd level.
All right.
So that's 10. And Threndar is gonna get the 1d8 plus 4. 6 to Threndar. Okay, so that was my bonus action. And then for my action, I'm going to, and realizing this is probably a stupid thing to do, I'm going to Thorn Whip this little thing to try and, like, hold on to the ship. Because she just doesn't know what else to do. She's not thinking this through very well.
All right. So an attempt to keep the ship from putting more distance between you.
Yes.
All right.
So, I have no idea what this will do, but, so it's a 15 to hit.
It hits.
6 damage. And that's the effect of the spell. It is a cantrip.
If the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature
Okay.
up to 10 foot. So this is
Perfect, so it
definitely
doesn't
bigger
matter.
than large, right?
That's fine.
Right.
I'm happy to ineffectually have Thorn Whipped this ship.
Yep. No, it's innovative thinking. This Hadazi, for his part, has been ordered out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He takes a running. No, you know what? Yeah, he does. He takes a running leap and he can use his glide ability because the ship is at this point positioned a little bit above you, and he glides down and lands on the deck of your ship, and he actually cries for amnesty as he does. Captain Asmodian, for his part, is going to take aim at that Hadazi who just run and is going to drop him dead. So this guy abandoned his post and came over here looking for some kind of escape from the Astral Elves, and the captain shot him dead for his efforts. And he's still got one more shot, and he's going to take it at Calathil, and he's going to miss. My fair.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Can I at all, like, Thandar is still floating in space, correct?
He is.
But he's conscious.
He is.
Okay. Can I make an attempt to throw my rope to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have like a 50-foot rope. So what kind of roll would you like me to make?
Oh, that's easy enough to just do.
Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of like going fishing. I'm gonna throw you a line to Thandar and just kind of like motion to wrap himself in it. And I'll try to haul him back in, and I'll try and get the others to help me bring him back in.
Okay. It's easy enough to drop him the rope. He's right underneath you, just floating there. And so you get him the rope. However, after the first few inches of pulling, the gravity plane kicks in as he starts to move away from it, and you start to feel his full weight on the rope. So you would have to make an athletics check to haul him up.
All right, this is flat.
And he's heavy.
Flat
He's an
athletics,
elephant.
but I'm gonna call out like, "Help me get him onto the boat!" As I'm just struggling. Oh wow, that's actually a really good roll.
Yeah, all right. So you do. You haul Thrandar back up. Thrandar's back on the
I was
boat.
hoping at the minimum I'd get him close enough to the boat, but wow, I'm really impressed.
Right? No, you a surge of adrenaline, like a mother lifting her car off of her child. You just haul this elephant man back up onto the boat. All right, the space.
Thank you, Rabbit.
The space galleon gives chase, gets a little bit closer. And then we go to Xanth, who's let's see, who's he on here with? Now he's on there with Thrandar. I got to move Thrandar back. All right, so now you're up on the bowsprit again, but Xanth is still up there with you. And
Isn't he making test saves?
oh yeah, wait, is he?
Well, he got 6 hit points of healing
You know what? I put
from his healing.
I put the death save on the wrong character. Sorry.
Okay,
Xanth
I thought he.
Xanth has still got hit points. All right, so Xanth is going to try to attack Thrandar and miss twice. Altura, for her part, is going to try to blast. Let's see. Going to try to blast my Faya. So my Faya make a dexterity saving throw. All right, take 12 points of radiant damage.
Can I use my reaction to have that?
You sure can.
Thank you. That would
Alright.
only be 6.
Exelgrix.
Okay. I'm going to. Where is it? Ray of Frost on Xanth.
Okay. Armor class 16. Oh,
Oh
not your night tonight.
no, it's really not.
All right, the Star Moth is going to try to pull away again. So it moves that far away. And then we go to Violet.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast Xanth for 8 points of damage, 12 points of damage.
He's still up.
He's got 1 hit point left.
Ah!
Yeah, there he goes. Alright, Violet takes down the last intruder that was on board the Moon Dancer, and we go to Alex, who's marooned on the other side.
So, Dan, is this ship close enough if I take a running start and dove into space at the other ship that I could be gotten by my ship?
Do you still have that Misty Step ability?
I am out of everything. I'll be floating in space.
The air envelopes are still merged.
That's why I'm trying to make it to my ship's
So
air envelope.
you can dive into space, and even if you don't make it onto the ship, which it's probably still a little too far, you still should be caught in your ship's gravity plane, which means you should still be able to be rescued by the folks on your ship.
And as I do that, I might also turn around as I dive off the ship, being the asshole that I am. Go through.
And that is at which one?
I'm not going to shoot the captain. I'm going to shoot the guy that's been nuking everybody.
All right. Armor class 13, or excuse me, it's a dex save anyway, so let's see. Dex save. Failed, 12 radiant damage. Is this guy resistant to radiant or anything? Nope.
It's the only range cantrip I have.
12 radiant damage. All right, Alex is floating in space. We'll put him right over here. We'll put him prone for bobbing up and down in the gravity well, but he is still in the gravity plane of the Moon Dancer. So there is that, and we go to Thrandar.
Does it require any special actions to throw him a line like they did earlier?
Nope.
I'm going to throw him a rope. Going to walk up a little bit closer so I can get a better throw, but yeah. And throw him a line to try and haul him in.
Okay.
50 feet of rope.
And he catches it. He's awake. He's conscious and alert. So he catches the rope. And again, it's easy to haul him in to a certain point, and then then gravity kicks in as you start to lift him up. And that requires an athletics check to get him out. Oh yeah.
Thankfully, that's a strong suit.
So he's pulled back up onto the bowsprit. And everybody is back on your ship. And after 13 rounds, after a minute and a half of this ship closing the distance, coming in and having the kind of fight on the front parts of the respective ships, the elves decided that that they had enough and are retreating now. At this point, they are the faster ship by a factor of a significant percentage. So they are going to continue to increase this distance between you, and you are not going to catch them. And I think we've been doing this battle for 2.5 hours now. I think we are all done, and we don't have to go back to ballistas and whatever. I think we can agree that they're going to get away. But you do have 2 elven prisoners, and if you act quickly, you might be able to save this Hadazi, who got shot as he tried to come seeking asylum. So that is in the post-fight. That would be the most immediate question: is whether you want to save the lives of these people that are now on your ship, or whether you want to let them expire.
Definitely, I'm going to try and save the Hadazi. I have no healing spells left, but I have medicine checks.
Let's do one. Oh yeah, good enough to get him back up and conscious.
We want to try to save the other guy and try to ransom him off for a new ballista on the back of the boat.
I'm happy to try and save them too.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think at the least we need to interrogate these guys and kind of understand what they were doing and if they're related to what happened on the planet.
All right. We're going to try to save him too. Who's the best medicine check person? Actually, let's tie him up first.
I got 2 successful medicine checks, but also Thrandar could just automatically do it with his cantrip, so we're all good.
I'm tying them up, Dan.
Okay, so I'll mark them both as restrained. Okay.
And Dan, just so you know,
Yeah.
the whole time we've been doing this, that thing I put on the wall calling them cowards has been going off.
That's right. Right. Travis
It does.
and his crew are still listening to that. That is correct. Right. So, all right, you've got some prisoners. You've got Lieutenant Xanth and Lieutenant Jalen of the Astral Elves are now your prisoners. And they sit looking at you and don't say a word. You also got this Hadazi, who is one of their crew members who came seeking asylum.
I just ask. I turn around to that. Oh, I can't. Does he speak common?
Which one?
How does he?
I believe he does. Let me see. Yeah, he does.
I just walk up to him and ask him what was going on. What started this?
So he says he and his Hadazi shipmates were mercenaries working for the Astral Elves, and that they had no insight into their motives or plans. But they can tell you that the ship was called the Dark Star, and that its cargo hold was packed with hundreds of astral seeds, which were jettisoned one by one into the atmosphere of your home world. He doesn't know what the astral seeds do, but he can confirm that each one resembles a crystal pod roughly the size and shape of a coffin. He can tell you, furthermore, that the elves hail from a faraway wild space system called Xerixis, or Xerixis space, and that the Dark Star was one of several Astral Elf ships that traveled to Toril, your homeworld, but the rest of the fleet is already departed. This had as
There's your crystalline vines.
This had, as he said, he's willing to work aboard the Moondancer, and Captain Sartell puts him to work, though she does keep him under close supervision at first. So that's what you can learn from talking to the Hadazi.
So now the other two, they won't talk, huh?
So far they're being tight-lipped, but you haven't hit them with your opening statement yet. They're not volunteering information.
I start tinkering with something and and I'm gonna make it look like one of the nastiest little torture devices as I'm start talking to them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, now, are we gonna do this the easy way and we can just talk and do this, or do I finish making this thing so I can just have a little bit of fun after really getting fucked around? Excuse my language, sorry.
I was about to say, can I help him by pretending to look horrified behind him as he's playing around with this thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna put on a little show and be like, "Oh no, you don't want him to do that. The last people who he did this to were just like totally destroyed, and oh no, and like the horror type of thing."
Right.
Render says, well, I'm not cleaning the deck this time.
Lieutenant Xanth stiffens his lip and says, "Do your worst. The light of the Xerixian Empire will burn forever."
Hal, I look at the other one. I go, he's now gonna probably die. Are you gonna talk, or are you gonna get tortured and die too?
What exactly do you want to know?
Why are you doing this? And where do you guys hail from?
He says, the astral elves are here by the order of Emperor Zavan of the Xerixian Empire, and we are responsible for dropping the astral seeds on your homeworld. The vines and astral blights will feed on the planet's energy and that of its flora and fauna until your homeworld is a dead husk, a process that takes several months, and then the energy will be transmitted in a single enormous burst of light back to our home system, absorbed by our star Xerixis. Once the astral seeds have begun their work, there is no way to stop the process.
No way at all. Not even remotely possible.
Resistance is futile.
It just became Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That was a Borg.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hitchhiker's was resistance is useless. Close.
Right. You guys got any questions?
I guess I'll ask them and I'll say, so what, are your stars dying back home? That's why you're doing this? That's why, you're killing our planets is to save your own?
And that's when Xanth pipes in again and says, the light of the Xerixian Empire will burn forever.
I throw him off the edge of the boat.
Ah! All right, he's
Oh my god.
bobbing up and down in the gravity plane.
I knew it wouldn't kill him.
But
Do you have like a rope tied to him so he's like a little balloon right now?
eventually, if he's left out there, eventually he will drift to the edge of the air envelope and be left behind as you're sailing through space.
We can decide later if we want to grab him back.
Right.
I look back over at him, answer a question.
So what was the question? I'm sorry?
The question was, so basically their stars are dying, so they're basically killing our planets to reboot them. Like, is that why they're doing it? Is because, like, their planet is dying? Is that essentially what... I'm just trying to decipher what you dropped on us before how the Emperor ordered that. Like,
between you and me, yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Is it clear to me whether this guy knows that? I'm gonna... what the hell? We'll say yes. He's cognizant of what he's doing. He's like, yeah, the light of the Xerixian Empire must not ever be allowed to be extinguished.
And how many ships did they send on this excursion to our area?
How big is the fleet? Oh,
Yep.
geez. That's another detail I don't have, but we'll say 50 ships.
Okay. I figured Spelljammer will need to know that.
I was about to say, so you're just trying to get as many planets as you can? Is there a certain amount that you have to hit?
It's not a process that has to be done frequently. Not even once in a generation, but once every several generations. Or every 100 generations. It's when they kill a world, it takes care of their star for a good long time. I'm just not sure how long that is. But it was presented to me to be something that was not done, annually or anything like that. That this was something that was more
Right, I meant more so like because trying to get an estimate on like how many other fleets there might be, is how many other planets are going to be affected by this,
Right.
excursion. I thought maybe it's like, we have to hit a certain level of power, but it's more so just get as many as they fucking can. Ooh.
Right. When their star starts to go out, they find a planet to sacrifice and sacrifice it.
So they just needed our planet and that's it.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, well, if all I need is our planet. Would other forms of energy or light help fuel this without destroying a planet, I ask him?
He doesn't know about such things. He's not involved in the rituals or all that. He's just part of their naval fleet.
So he's basically telling us everything now, right?
Yeah, everything that he knows as he knows it.
All right. As he does that, I pull my grapple out, head to the edge of the boat, and I grapple the guy.
Do we have a library or any kind of databases that would tell us more about this?
Well, let's see here.
Interested in researching it if there's a place to research it.
Captain Sartell, says, these astral elves, definitely are responsible for the calamity that befell your home planet. And she knows someone by reputation on the Rock of Brawl, which is where you were heading. And she says this person who goes by the name, is a GIF, goes by the name Commodore Crux, that he might be willing to help you. So when you get to the Rock of Brawl, you should look for this Commodore Crux.
Okay.
But with that, let me see here. Let me take...
Guys, I did have a
those
plan
off
to get
the
him
table.
through.
And with that, you can all take a short rest as we begin the journey back through Wild Space to Brawl. You all are assigned miscellaneous chores. If you all want to roll a d12, I'll tell you what your chores are. So, Violet, you are asked to teach Captain Sartell the basics of a language that she doesn't know. So she actually commissions you for language lessons.
How about deep speech or celestial?
Yeah. She's interested in learning both.
Okay, I'll teach her whatever she picks.
All right. That fight was tougher than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be pretty easy against those elves, but the circumstances made it a tougher fight than actually the enemies. Though they did hit hard. When they did hit with those longbows, it was pretty vicious.
13 and 11. 24 healing on the short rest. Okay.
Everybody all rested up?
Gonna throw one more. I'm gonna use up my last healing.
Only a short rest, right, Dan?
Right.
A short list. They let you do up to. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it.
What's that?
How many times can you roll the 8-sided D on the short rest? Is it just 1d8?
For hit dice, you mean?
Yeah.
You can spend, you have the same amount of hit dice as you do levels, so you have, you're all presumably have 5 hit dice. So you can spend any amount of them. You only get half of them back on a long rest, though.
That was my understanding. Okay, gotcha.
So it takes 2 long rests to recover all of your hit dice if you've spent them all.
Oh, that I did not know. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, I spent them all.
Right.
I'm gonna burn a first level spell slot and get a sorcery point back.
Well, he's at 38 out of 43 after using 5 hit die.
All right.
I got 1 hit die left, but I'm at 46 out of 53.
During the voyage, you talk with Captain Sartell and with the Spelljammer, Flapjack the Flumph, and you find out more about Wild Space, the Rock of Brawl, the duo's previous adventures. Captain Sartell tells you of her encounters with various wild space creatures, among them a friendly solar dragon and some not-so-friendly space clowns, while Flapjack explains the subtleties of astral navigation and actually offers to teach any spellcasters the rudiments of spelljamming, which many of you know from your time at Spelljammer Academy, but this is where you would catch up on that had you not been attendants of Spelljammer Academy.
Okay.
And that is when the ship slows unexpectedly. And around you, on all sides, colossal chunks of rock float in the void. Some of them are overgrown with vegetation, while others are bare stone. And creatures resembling jellyfish and rays glide through the spaces between them. Captain Sartell looks about uneasily. "Plenty of spaces for pirates to hide," she says. And as if on cue, lurking behind a nearby asteroid, comes into a vessel comes into view. Its enormous spiral shell emerges with an open bow, beneath which hangs these long tentacles waving as if caught in some invisible current. Captain Sartell sucks in her breath and through her teeth whispers her next words: "Mind flayers."
Oh,
That doesn't sound good.
those guys. Shoot.
That's really bad. And we haven't had a long rest, right?
Right.
Oh,
Oh, oof. That's not good.
And
Yeah,
here
I'm running on
ends-
it.
Who's the smartest in the group?
Not me.
Who do I need to hide behind? Is my question. You know,
look smarts or wisdom?
I hope that they go after intelligence. I mean, wisdom is also valid. I just need to know who to hide behind.
And
Well,
this
that's true. I think they eat intelligence, don't they? Not that we would know this, but
right,
did
right.
she know this?
Right, but this
I
is
think we
the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 2. Chapter 2 ran exactly 3 hours long for us tonight, so that well timed out. I hope that combat wasn't too tedious, especially the first part, where there wasn't a lot to do except man the ballistas. But this ship came at you from behind, so it there was a good amount of closing distance. This time, for example, this Mind Flayer ship is a good deal closer starting distance. It's only 200 some odd feet away as it came into view from around the side of an asteroid. So it's a lot closer, so a lot less time to worry about closing the distance. So we will pick up there next week with this Mind Flayer Nautiloid is the name of the vessel, or the type of vessel, I should say. And we will pick up next Tuesday night. So thank you all for a great game. Again, I hope it wasn't too tedious. You won't hurt my feelings by letting me know if it was a little dull. I'll just take that feedback to try to make it more exciting and cut down on some of that close the distance time next time.
I was busy during it. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
you're far away. You're far away. Like, there's,
Right.
if I had the right spells and stuff like that, then maybe we could be doing like preparation spells, on each round.
Right.
But I don't have anything like that.
Right.
So,
Right. All right. Well,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a developing thing. I'm feeling the play style is a little bit different with the vessels and ship to ship weapons and stuff like that from traditional D&D. So we're all feeling our way through it. So again, don't be bashful about giving me feedback and letting me know what you like and don't like, because it will shape how I do things going forward. One thing, for example, we might do side initiative as opposed to individual initiative. Let everybody on one side go at a time. I wasn't sure if that would be beneficial or not, so I kept the same old initiative style that we always do this time. But that's something we could try if we thought it might make combat flow something better on the ship to ship stuff. Anyway, all right. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say we used to have a DM that all of the stuff on his side all went on the same initiative count.
Right.
And it never seemed to really be a problem. Like, it kind of seems weird that they wouldn't be in initiative order, but it was never really a problem. So even if you made it just so that the players are separate, but the DM is its own, everyone at the same time.
Right.
That might be worth trying.
Sure. Yeah, we could look at that for certain. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Have yourselves a great week, and we will see you in the chat and see you next Tuesday.
Cool.
All right,
See
see
ya.
you then.
All right, peace out.
Right.